What's up, guys? We're starting this video after a ride, not before. I haven't got to ride my bike much this year, period. And so the times that I do go ride, I really just don't feel like filming. It's a lot of work, and I kind of just want to be able to just ride. I do plan on getting back to riding videos. So I apologize for that, but I just got back from riding a route that I've put together between Camp Shelby all the way up to Ellisville, and it's 95% gravel. But anyway, took a little spill on a road that is my nemesis. It's a little cut through pig trail, and I will say I've gone down on that trail. Today was the third time, and I think I've made it through that trail maybe twice. And it's just little stuff, like it changes every time I go. Well, today you notice there's no more windscreen, and you will notice that it is here. Yes, I packed my stuff out. Don't leave your crap laying in the trail when it breaks. Pack it out, get it out of there with you. But anyway, my beloved windscreen that I'm a fan of took the blunt of a high bank, and sounds worse than it was, but nonetheless, it hit there and it bent. It not only broke the windscreen, but it let's see, that arm's fine, but it bent this arm. That's not supposed to look like that. So this windscreen is done, and I liked it. I have no issues with it at all, but I may be going to do something different. I'm in the market for a new windscreen now. So that's what we're doing in this video. We're going to change and do a windscreen. Now, I know a lot of people don't like them on the XRs. They prefer it to look like this, and, you know, I don't hate that. But I will say today, a lot more crap was hitting me in the face, because I like to ride with my visor flipped up when I'm on gravel road and stuff as much as I can. A lot more stuff hit me in the face, and the ride home, the wind was just, you know, a lot rougher coming home. Yes, I'm a wuss. I spent my whole life making fun of people with windshields, and now here I am. But anyway, so this video, we're going to be shopping for a new windscreen, finding one, and mounting it. I don't know if I'll go back with this same one. I can't remember the name of it. I got it saved on Amazon, but I can't remember the name. But anyway, I may go back with that same one. I've also looked at the ones that screw here, that mount to this and go up. Those are kind of cool, and that would free me up. I could take these brackets off and give me a little more room on my handlebars. I don't really need it, but, you know, it'd be less clutter. So anyway, let's go get on the computer and get to shopping. All right, guys. Well, it's been a few days, and we got a new windscreen in the mail. So that's always a good sign. I ended up going with, drum roll, the Parabellum. That's the windscreen that I went in. They're Rally Shield. It was a little pricier. You can see there what our total ended up being, $123, $124. A little more than probably some people would want to do, but all the ones I looked at, I just did not like the way they looked. I didn't want nothing leaning back at me, you know, so this was the one. I didn't mind paying a little bit more if it was going to be what I wanted. So anyway, we got our bolts, screws, because this one is going to mount straight to the visor here, or the headlight surround. So I've already opened up to look at it, make sure it wasn't busted, and that's it. Tall, and I haven't even looked at this yet to see how. So it's gonna go, it will hit my, it will hit my thing. It does hit there. But I would rather it set a little more forward. I was kind of wanting it to be up like the other one was. So we may play around with it some and see if we can get it to mount a little more straight up and down. I don't like the stuff that just leans back like a street bike. I had my other windscreen leaned way forward, and it seemed to help a lot more. I know like the Tenerays and your Transalps and stuff like that, they all have the straight up kind of. I like that. It looks better to me. It looks more adventure bike, and kind of gives you a little more room. But all right, well, I got to get this off. They send you the instructions. I think I dropped them over here. I'll see that right there. So essentially, you're just gonna pull this off, mark your holes, drill it, yada, yada, yada. The rest is history. So anyway, I gotta get the trickiest part about mine is that these lights are mounted through that. That's actually your mounting hole for the thing there. So just gotta pull that off. And I think the rest of this down here is just, if I remember right, it's just held in with whatever you call them. I can't, my brain's not working right now. All right, so I'm gonna get that pulled off, and we'll start marking us some holes. All right, so my first problem is that the windscreen is hitting these brackets on these lights. I've toyed with the idea of moving the lights down here onto these mounts, and I may still do that. For right now though, I'm just loosening them and kind of folding them down so that I can get, not a great. So these were some homemade brackets that the previous owner that I got the bike from had made, and they've worked well. They've done everything that you would expect a bracket to do, a light to do. And I like the lights, so that kind of get them out of the way. Now we can actually see I guess that mounts like that. Yeah, I can do that. That'll work. And we may have to, I could either shim these lights to come out further, or like I said, I may could just run them down here. So maybe something I need to work out afterwards. For right now, let's get this set in and mounted. That will work. It clears my phone holder, and yeah, that's a lot more narrow than the other one went way out to the side. This one stays pretty close. All right, that'll work. I'll take that. And I've been toying around with different headlights as well. This light is not great at nighttime at all. I'm a big fan of the Cyclops, the big round headlight, as well as the dual round headlights. I'm a big fan of those. But I don't know. All right. Yeah, whatever those. My brain's not working. So anyway, all right. Dirt dog. So I think there's enough wiring, and I can just route it back out the bottom and put those down here. So let's get this on, and then we may look at mounting these down here, down low. All right, so I held the screen back on there and got Andrew actually to come out and mark it so I could hold it nice and tight and even. And the holes were a little off, so we remarked them. Now they're all at even places on both sides. So they say use a 1/4 inch drill bit, which I don't have. I have a 1564 and a 9/32, which is on either side. I'm gonna start with the 1564 because these screws are not very big, and if they don't fit, we'll move up. But anyway, you want to be careful, obviously, drilling on this bottom one because it's surface. So don't go crazy and it'll suck on down in that and hit down there, I'm sure. They tell you to tape off the end and stuff like that, but we're just gonna go slow. It's plastic, so it's not hard to drill. But if I do cut all the way through and gouge it, y'all don't laugh too long. Bit walked up a little bit. Yes, I know you're screaming at the TV, you're gonna drill into your finger. I'm gonna move, we're just getting it started. Like it don't drill, and then all of a sudden it blazes through. All the plastic cleaned off, and we'll test fit the screw. So mounting these is pretty straightforward. You've got a cap that will hold the cover, snap-on, screw, washer with rubber on the back. That goes through. That goes through. And essentially you got the same thing on the back side. You got a rubber washer and then a nylon lock nut. A lot smaller, a lot more. That's a lot smaller than what like that. Wow. The old one would come all the way out to about here and up this whole area. So it feels, well, I got it right here. You kind of compare size difference of that. So quite a bit bigger, and it being dirty helps. So you can kind of see maybe the outline of the other. You can kind of see the size difference there. Quite a big difference. But I really like that. Is so clean and simple. Wow. Glad I went with that one. Because I know they have some on eBay and stuff. They're like, you know, 20, 30 bucks. They're a lot shorter. They sort of lean back. And yeah, that's what you want. That's fine. I wanted something a little bit taller that would ride a little bit more straight up like this one mounts. I didn't have to tweak it mounting. It mounted just like that. To give me a little more room here, but to give me a higher, you know, coverage as well. And I know they make the one that's like the solid headlight bezel that goes up all white or all red or something like that. But I want to be able to see through. And they also make these in tinted, but I didn't want tinted. I like clear, just being able to see. I don't really care about all the tinted stuff. But I'm really stoked on that. That looks awesome. So if we come out here, the side profile, you can see it's not huge, but I like the angle of it. It's got a good angle. And then from the back, you can see it's not obtrusive at all. It's quite narrow. Like it. Very much a fan. I didn't do a video whenever I built this. This is the nice CNC, and then I just cut me some aluminum, went across, and then this is just an eBay phone mount, and that's what I holds my map, my Gaia, my phone sideways. I don't know if I ever did a video on that. That was something I built a while back. It's been working good. Okay, so now I can put the other side screw out. I just kind of stuck that one in, but you get these little caps that they'll just snap on there like that and give you a black cap. So we'll see how long those last. But all right. And I'm almost tempted not even to use the caps or these screws, but go get me some stainless button head screws. I'll run the caps for now, but when I start losing caps, if we do, then I'll probably pull these 4 screws out and go with like a stainless Allen head. That'll look nice. All right, let's get these lights reconfigured, because I don't think now that they will go back there. They're gonna hit the light. So we'd either have to shim them way out here or mount them down here. All right, guys, well, there's the finished product. You see we got our caps on, and it's just got a good side profile. You can kind of see there. So now we got these lights here. We got to remount. I don't want to put them back up here because you can see there where they were eating through the fence right on this side, the old brackets, which, I mean, they worked, but they are bulky. I mean, the previous owner had put these together, and they mounted there, and then there was the other bracket to come out there. And so I think I'm just going to come off of these 2 old reflector and clamp bolts, and all we have to do is come out with a little 90, and we just got to make sure that we mount the light far enough forward that when the wheel is locked that it don't hit. So we'll probably get it pretty close, but about right in there somewhere is where it's going to live. And that'd be just they were here, it'll just put them down here, but probably about the same distance from the bike. So I'm out of time today. I've got stuff I got to go do, but I'm gonna get some aluminum. I think I have some. I know I do. I have some to make a bracket out of. So we'll bend us a piece and get a light mount built. That'll be easy. we got our plate clamped, and I had this piece of steel that was kind of the perfect width. So I just kind of laid that. You can see where I cut the first one out, and I just did the same thing. Just cut me a flat strap out, and then we will drill our 2 holes and bend it. Pretty straightforward and simple. So this takes a second to cut this aluminum, and it's loud as all get out, so yeah, just bear with me. And that's what we're starting with. And I am just cold bending this. Not really all that familiar with aluminum. It wasn't the best. It was, but this is what we're doing. There. To drill my holes, all I'm using is the old reflector tab that went on those bolts, and just using it as a pattern to mark my 2 holes for top and bottom. So get those marked. Still very hot. Bada bing. Drill it out. Yes, my vise is not bolted down. One of the tabs is broken. It spins. Alright, so obviously I'm gonna go ahead and mount this one tight because I don't want to undo both of the clamps at the same time for obvious reasons. Not that it would probably fall. All right, I got one light mounted. Started working on that this morning, and then Andrew bought a piece of furniture an hour or so away, so we had to run and do that. Now I'm back in the shop. I'm gonna get the other side done. But all I'm doing is just, I had some 1/4 inch aluminum plate, and so I'm just cutting and bending 90s, mounting them there to the front. Went and got some longer bolts. This is just kind of in there right now, just kind of so I can get everything kind of configured. But I went and got longer bolts this morning to compensate, obviously, for the thicker plate. And I say that's 1/4 inch, it's actually about an 1/8 inch. But got that one on. That's the easy one. This one over here is a little more challenging because it's got the little retainer here for the brake line, which I may have to nix, and just trust that the light being there is going to kind of help hold that somewhat. So I don't know what, I mean, I get the one that's there, but I think if the light is there, and once I get it built, I may be able to reincorporate it somehow, but I'm not too stressed about that. But you can kind of see the windshield out here a lot better. It looks good. Still really digging that and liking where the light is. And yeah, so we get this side done. And we'll be a good test ride this thing. All right, guys. Well, they are mounted and they feel sturdy. On this one, you know, it had the loop, the brake line loop. I just put the nylon part up here and zip tied it to the top one, put the bracket in the box. And I cut a little divot out right in here just to kind of help, you know, not that the hose was under any kind of stress or anything, but just to kind of help give it a little bit of room to flop around if it needs to. Smooth, and made all the edges smooth. Nothing should rub or anything like that. Should be fine. So all right, we are mounted. They look fairly level. I can tell I may need to do a little adjusting on them. I think this one's pointing down too far. But we'll sort all that out the next time I ride tonight. But it looks good. I like it. So now I'm gonna throw my helmet on and we're gonna go run down the road and see what this thing kind of does with the wind and how it feels. So we'll get all that stuff out, take you guys with me. We'll go for a test drive with this thing. All right. Guys, that's going to do it for this week's video and the installation of our windscreen and the relocation of our lights. I was hoping to be able to go for a ride and kind of throw some riding into this video too, but with work and weather and stuff like that, we just have not had a chance. But at least not before I could get this video out. I'm actually planning on going riding here in the next day or so, and so we will have a riding video coming up. I know I haven't had a riding video in a long time, but I'm gonna get one coming. I'm gonna get back to filming my riding and stuff like that. So look for a riding video coming up here in the near future, and we'll also be testing this thing out and getting it out there and getting dirty. So anyway, guys, thank y'all as always for watching. See you next week.